Hi everyone, welcome to Follow Your Heart here on the Natural Parent Magazine. I'm Ann Cullen. I want to talk a bit about co-regulation today and what that has to do with your child's behavior. So when we start out as babies, of course we've just come from our mother's womb. We are attached to her 24/7 and everything is pretty constant in there. Then we come out into the world and things change a little bit. We're not physically as connected, obviously, to our mother's body, but we're not mature yet. So we do need to continue to have pretty much the same amount of support to keep our body regulated and our emotions regulated. So this means that biology and physiology expects that the breast pretty much takes the place of the umbilical cord. This constant nutrition, this constant flow of nutrients really gets replaced from the umbilical cord to the breast. And this is often why our newborns spend so much time there. Now, if you think about it, imagine monkeys, primates, they're able to hold on to their parent when they're born. They're able to move around. And, these are our closest living relatives, aren't they? If we were born as mature as most monkeys, we would be about 2 or 2.5 when we're born. So when we're thinking about this idea that our baby or child needs us to help regulate their body systems, it's really for about those first couple of years that this is particularly important and necessary. I'm not just talking about the first, 4 or 6 weeks of life or whatever, that newborn time. This goes on for a long time, and it relates to your toddlers and your young preschoolers for those first several years when it comes to their behavior. When we think about tantrums, for example, it's just a strong display of emotions. They can get a little bit, looking like they're out of control. They really need us to help calm them down, to help regulate them. So that's another area where this co-regulation comes into play, and why timeouts and punishments and all of that just have no place at all in parenting our young children. And what we need to do, of course, is to connect with them, to empathize with them, to cuddle them, to hold them, to just be with them and understand them. And this helps calm them down, helps their body regulate, and then they can start to behave differently. This is true for sleep. Sleep is just a learned thing that happens naturally over time. It's not a taught thing. It develops in us through being co-regulated, through our primary caregiver in particular, and other adults gently helping us through our sleeping times, So this is why crying it out and shush and pat routines and all of that are just so unhelpful for babies. What they really need you to do is probably feed them, breastfeed them, give them comfort, give them touch, help meet their needs, We even know that things like heart rate are regulated by closeness to moms in particular. So, it's all kinds of regulation, the stuff that we can't see, like the heart rate, and the stuff that we can see, like those big outbursts of emotion. So I'm wondering if this is an idea that you've thought about before, and if you really understand that self-regulation comes over years of being co-regulated with our primary caregiver. And I'm talking for at least the first couple of years of life, and often beyond that for a while as well. This is a very long learning process, and our brains need to develop all of this over time. So with a little bit of understanding, I hope you can take some of that into your parenting today. Whether you've got the newborn who is at the breast all day long today, or you've got the 2-year-old that's displaying some difficult behaviors with their big, strong emotions, or your 1-year-old that's struggling to sleep through the night without you supporting him or her. Wherever you are in your journey, I hope that helps you understand that this is just an important part of childhood, a necessary part, and it will pass. It will pass.